What's up, y'all? I'm Christina Chappetta, Pinkbike presenter, and this is my brand new 2021 Trek Slash from the future. Now, I often get asked in the videos that I host, people want to know more about my bike, what I'm riding, how it's set up, and believe it or not, they're amazed that at 5'4", I can ride a small 29er. But not only do I ride this bike, I love it, I love how it handles, so let's learn more about my setup. Now, to be fair and honest with you guys, all the brands on my bike are sponsors, but I get a say in what parts I ride. So I've chosen to spec this bike for the trails that I ride here at home in BC. I've been riding a 29er primarily for the last 3 seasons, and while it did take some getting used to, I much prefer the more stable, controlled feeling of these big wagon wheels. I'm running the Slash with 170 mils travel up front, 160 in the rear, and that's actually 10 millimeters longer travel than my previous bike. So far, I'm loving it. I've never felt like it's too much travel, even on some 8-hour backcountry days this fall. I run the Marzocchi Bomber Z1 Air up here with 55 PSI and 1 volume spacer in there. It really saves my paws on the bumpy terrain, and it's nice for a little extra cushion when you're going through those big G-outs and sharp transitions at the bottom of rock rolls. I usually run the compression wide open to keep it nice and supple on that techie terrain, but if I'm gonna be riding a jump trail or a really smooth trail, I will add just a little bit. As for the rebound, I run it a little bit on the quicker side. I have 13 clicks from the slowest setting. As for the shock, I run it very similarly to the fork. I've got 9 clicks of rebound going on there, and the low speed compression, I'm running it in the middle trail setting. It works for everything, it works for me. I'm running the shock spot on to what is recommended at the Trek website. It's 145 PSI, and I'm about a 130-pound rider. My bike came equipped with this super fancy side entry water bottle holder, which is great because in a small frame, I can actually fit a full-size water bottle, which is almost unheard of. Under the water bottle holder there, we've got the internal frame storage spot where I carry all my snacks. I cannot even tell you how many people see this little feature and want this bike just so they can carry more snacks on their ride. The small Slash I'm riding is in the low geometry setting, which actually gives me about 25 millimeters longer wheelbase than my previous bike, and the reach has grown about 15 millimeters as well. So it gives me a really nice, spacious cockpit. I really enjoy that feature. It lets me move around the bike a little bit easier. As for the components, I ride the 1UP carbon bars in the 20 mil rise. They're cut to 750 millimeters wide, and we've got their grips as well. Now, I know I'm short, but for my size, I do have decently wide shoulders, kind of a strong upper body, so this size works best for me on the 29er wheels. I've got that paired with the 50 millimeter stem from 1UP as well. I like the longer stem on this bike. It helps to keep my body position a bit more forward, but it's also saving my bum from that big rear wheel when things get really steep or sideways. Now, I'm only running 1 10 millimeter spacer under the stem because I find the combo of the big wheels and the 170 mil fork brings up the front end just enough, and I want to make sure it's balanced with the rest of the bike as well. Moving along, I'm running the Pro Stealth off-road saddle. It's in the narrower version, so 142 millimeters wide, and I've got it on top of the 1UP dropper post. 150 millimeters long, which is awesome because I can fully extend it up with the click of a lever, and when it's fully down, it's in the best place for me, almost fully slammed into the bike. Now you guys can see I run the saddle just a little bit out of the frame, and that's because when the saddle is slammed, I still like to have the seat just between the knees so it lets me know where I am on the bike. It's a good indicator if I'm hanging off the back for dear life. As for the drivetrain, I'm running mostly Shimano XTR with a few XT bits mixed in as well, like the cranks. I've chosen the 10 to 51 tooth range cassette, mix that with a 32 tooth front chainring, and my cranks are 170 millimeters long. I protect all of that with my 1UP chain guide and bash guard. Even with the added down tube armoring there, I still like the bash guard for a little extra protection, you know, when you bottom bracket case, do a little skinny grind with the bottom of your bike, or when you're smashing through rock gardens. That little baby has saved me more than once. I've been running the Shimano SPD pedals since I started clipping in a number of years ago. This pair of pedals looks a little bit beaten up, and that's because I really like the feeling of worn in pedals you know exactly how they feel. So I have new pedals, but I haven't thrown them on just yet. I'm a big fan of the added chainstay protection on this bike. It really helps to keep the noises to a minimum, and it just protects the frame, which, I mean, why not? Since swapping to the 4-piston brakes from Shimano a couple of years ago, I just can't go back. I love the braking power. I love the confidence it gives you. And the better your brakes, the faster you can go because you actually know they're gonna stop you when you need them to. With that said, I opt for the finned brake pads on this bike. Makes a huge difference in those really long 10, 15 minute or more descents. Cools the brakes down, and it makes sure you don't glaze up the brake pads from too much heat. I run my brake levers just far enough away that I can still rest my index fingers on the little notch there, and I rock them a little bit higher than some folks because when I'm resting my hands, I want to make sure my wrist is nice and straight. Any little kink in there can be quite painful over time. I've got a 203mm rotor up front, 180mm rotor in the back. Those are on XTR hubs, which are laced onto WeAre1 Union rims. It's their Enduro rim, so it's 30mm wide internally. For tires up front, I always run the Schwalbe Magic Mary Ultra Soft Compound. I know how it handles in all conditions, so I really love it. I mean, why mess with something that works so great? This is the super downhill construction. It's just what I had on hand, and it's in the 2.4 width. I run that with 18 PSI tubeless. For the rear tire, I'm trying out the new Big Betty. It is a super gravity tire. It's also 2.4 width, but I used 19 PSI in the rear. I don't run any sort of tire inserts, never have, never felt like I needed to. Last but not least, a few things that I don't consider my bike complete without would be my 1UP EDC tool. In there, I've got pretty much everything I need for trailside fixes. I've got the multi-tool, chain brake, tire plugs, even a little power link in case my chain breaks. I prefer to keep the tube, the lever, and the pump on the bike. And the snack pack. I've been known to store a good couple of layers in there, a light windbreaker, but let's see what's left in there from our last ride. Oh my goodness. What? Is that where all the socks from the dryer go? What else is in there? Thank you guys for watching today. If you have any questions on my setup that I didn't cover, leave them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer those, and make sure you subscribe because you don't want to miss any bike checks in the future.